Quickly, TTCSI is an association of associations, a federation as it were, as a coalition. And our membership is very diverse and includes associations such as AFET, such as the Chamber of Commerce, professional organizations such as the Institute of Architects, and a number of associations in the creative sector, in the ICT sector, and so on. And therefore, in terms of the sectors, we're very closely aligned with this project, and our main goal is to grow the services sector, which already contributes about half of our GDP and up to 80% of employment, depending on the statistics that you look at here in Trinidad and Tobago, but less than 7% of exports. And therefore, as we seek to grow the sectors, we believe that the growth of the services sectors linked very, very directly to the national goals of diversification away from just the extraction of oil and gas. And I'm making the distinction because the energy services sector is a potential sector of growth. Is really our goal by growing the services sector through export-led growth. And therefore, this project, when it came to us with the connecting of markets from the Caribbean, in our case, to the rest of the global south, the acceleration of businesses, the mentorship of businesses, we thought is absolutely and totally aligned with our strategic goals. And therefore, we are very, very pleased that you thought of us, Joy, in coming to, and came to us with this project. And we're happy now to be at this stage. And we really look forward to rolling the project out and to collaborating with the other partners, both in Trinidad and Tobago, the region, and of course, as we seek to find partners elsewhere. On a more personal level, though, I'm of the firm view that inequality anywhere is not just an issue for the group, which is, for lack of a better word, marginalized. And therefore, the focus on women-led business or women who hold senior positions in businesses is not just a matter that should be of concern for females, because a lot of the statistics and the studies have shown, for example, a study of 15,000 small and medium-sized businesses in Finland found that those who run by women had a 10% greater efficiency than those run by men. This is a study that was presented by AFET. The 2012 World Bank Development Report says that gender equality matters instrumentally because greater equality contributes to economic efficiency and the achievement of other key development incomes. And this is true. It's just logical that if we are underrepresenting approximately half of our population, then we are not reaping the total benefits that the society can accrue. And we therefore feel strongly at TTCSI that the acceleration of women-led business as a subset of the work that we're doing will have a tremendous and positive impact on our goal of expanding the services sectors. You see, according to the statistics, only 59% of the female population is active in the labor force, as opposed to 82% of the male population. This is according to national statistics, and that's a problem. And while in Trinidad and Tobago and Barbados, the gender gap index is narrower than in other places in the world, we have still a significant problem, as far as I'm concerned, with income inequality. And this is not just in terms of ownership of businesses, but according to the 2010 data, the average monthly income for men was 4,790 TT dollars, whereas the average monthly income for women was $3,958. And therefore, to have a 21% overall gap in income levels between men and women in favor of men is not something with which we can be comfortable. And as a society and as individuals, I think that is something that we must seek to remedy. And that's part of our motivation for this project. We know that there's opportunity in, usually you say crisis, I don't think it's crisis proportions, but there's opportunity in this to make a positive impact in an area where intervention is required, as well as to further our own organizational goals of expanding the services sector. And we need to do that. Because, again, if we look globally, of the 500 largest corporations in the world, only 13 have chief executive officers who are females. And, you know, now that Facebook and Yahoo have female CEOs, you might say the problem is decreasing. But that unless it's sustainable and we increase the overall numbers, we still have to consider those things outliers, and we need to deal with it. And as we grow female-owned businesses, or businesses in which females are lead players or the lead player, what you do is you increase the pool of women who have proven track record, who have the confidence, who have the exposure to one day put their hat in the ring for positions on boards and senior management positions where people may argue, although I don't agree with it, that there is a smaller pool of females than men. But so what we're trying to do is increase that pool as well. And of course, being just 50-some odd years independent, our traditional trading patterns have not been with the Global South. Yes, in CARICOM, we have significant interests, but our traditional trading patterns have been geared toward the far-off countries of the EU and North America as compared to those even on our doorstep right here in Central America, Latin America, West Africa. And therefore, it is our view that projects such as these would open our eyes collectively to the possibilities that exist in opening new trade routes, new trade patterns, with regions, with countries, with businesses, with which we may actually have more similarities and therefore greater potential to do business. Yes, there are different kinds of pitfalls and different kinds of risks, but there are risks everywhere. And therefore, projects such as this, in addition to the gender component, the component of opening new markets through direct business-to-business links and education and sharing will be beneficial to us as we seek to expand the services sector through export-led growth. And therefore, we're very, very happy to be a part of this, and we pledge our full support. We expect to launch the project during National Services Week in November of 2014, which is this year.